Two badminton players suspended over match-fixing allegations. Mastermind behind syndicate forging passports detained. Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Lee. Welcome to News on 2. As if one player is not enough, the Badminton Association of Malaysia, or BAM, yesterday confirmed another local shuttler is under investigation by the Badminton World Federation, or BWF, for match fixing. On Monday, the local badminton fraternity was rocked with allegations of match fixing involving an independent shuttler who has featured in priority tournaments such as the World Championships and All England. After chairing the Coaching and Training CNT Committee meeting at Academy Badminton Malaysia, BAM President Datuk Sri Nurza Zakaria confirmed that not one but two professional players have been provisionally suspended from all competitions as they are being investigated by the world body for match fixing allegations.
Here in BM is a high performance center. High performance, it means that we want a world-class player from all aspects. They must be mentally, physically strong. They will also be adhering to highest and strictest discipline. And we do not entertain, we have zero tolerance on gambling, on other bad conduct and behavior.
He added that the incident has definitely tarnished the reputation of Malaysian badminton. BAM General Manager Michelle Chai said names could not be revealed as it was a confidential matter which could only be done by the world body. This is the first time that any Malaysian shuttler has been linked directly to match fixing. Under BWF's rules and regulations, players can be banned for life if found guilty. The alleged mastermind behind a syndicate which forged passports was detained in a raid at his rented house in Ampang, Selangor at 10 p.m. Monday. Immigration Department Director General Datuk Sri Mustafa Ali said the 44-year-old suspect, an Indonesian national, specializes in forging Indonesian, Bangladeshi and Pakistani passports and marriage and travel documents for sale in Malaysia. Datuk Sri Mustafa added that the suspect's modus operandi saw him produce falsified documents for clients introduced by his friends.
Rakan-rakan negara itu akan menyerahkan kepada dalang yang berada dalam negara dan setiap satu dokumen itu, kalau misalnya pasport kosong, harganya antara RM50 hingga RM100. Selepas diproses akan dijual antara RM200 hingga RM300 bergantung pada pasaran.
Datuk Sri Mustafa said the estimated profit throughout his 2-year operation as a forger was about RM72,000. The case is being investigated under the Immigrations Act 1959-63 or the Passport Act 1996. The Kuala Lumpur High Court has allowed the application by Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi and 4 others to cancel the application by activist group Hindu Rights Action Force, or HINDRAF, to declare controversial Indian preacher Dr. Zakir Naik as a threat to national security. Judge Datin Aziza Nawawi ruled that the activists had failed to name Dr. Zakir as the defendant in the suit, which was brought forward by HINDRAF Chairman P. Waitamurthy. The court also awarded costs of RM5,000 to the defendants in the suit. Waitamurthy and 18 other activists were seeking to declare Dr. Zakir as a threat to Malaysia's safety and therefore should not be granted permanent resident status by the Home Ministry. Among the activists were Bingkor Assemblyman Datuk Jeffrey Kittingan, lawyer Siti Kasim and Centre for Policy Initiatives Director Lim Teck Gee. Lawyer Kartigesan Shanmugam, who represented the activists, said they will be filing an appeal and will be taking the matter from there on. The Education Ministry has established a special internal investigation committee to investigate the case where 14-year-old Nur Afini Roslan was killed after a blade from a grass mower struck her head. Then the ministry in a statement said that the investigation will be headed by Negeri Sembilan Education Director Khairuddin Ghazali. Nur Afini, a Form 2 student, died after a blade from a ride-on lawnmower, which was cutting grass at SM Tuanku Abdul Rahman in Gamas, struck her in the head yesterday morning while students were having march past rehearsals 30 meters away. She died instantly in the 10:30 a.m. incident, while two other students, Abdullah Haslan, 14, and Muhammad Farhan Reza Badru Hesam, 13, were injured in the incident. The body of Nur Afini was buried last night at the Kampung Felda Kalama Muslim Cemetery, Tampin, Negeri Sembilan. The ministry is requesting for members of the public to stop spreading information on the incident out of respect for the family. A man suffered 80% burns to his body when a petrochemical factory he was working at caught fire at 3:50 p.m. yesterday. Now, the fire started at the factory located at the Bukit Merah industrial area at Pasir Puteh, Ipoh, before it spread to 5 other nearby factories. Perak Fire and Rescue Department Director, Operation Department Muhammad Yunus Abu said a team of 40 firefighters from the Pasir Puteh, Ipoh, Simpang Pulai and Meru Raya Fire and Rescue Department were dispatched to the scene after receiving a distress call. The fire also destroyed 5 cars and 3 motorcycles parked nearby. Muhammad Yunus said the victim was sent to the Raja Permaisuri Bainon Hospital or HRBP, Ipoh, for further treatment. The cause of the incident is still under investigation. And up next, government to ensure overall approach in urbanisation process. Now, the government will ensure an overall approach is taken in the policy making as a way forward for urbanisation in Malaysia, in line with the nation's 2030 urbanisation agenda. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said to this end, it requires the collective effort of all stakeholders, including the government, private sector and the general public. Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid said this was to ensure a sustainable urbanisation for the benefit of future generations, which would become the citizens, managers, employers and policymakers.
It is too easy to forget that the urban problems that prevail today are a result of our inadequacies of yesterday. And the only way to address prevailing urban issues is to act without delay today for a better tomorrow. If we want to change for the better, we have to make them ourselves by not repeating mistakes of the past.
His speech was read by Urban Wellbeing, Housing and Local Government Minister Tan Sri Noor Omar at the closing ceremony of the 9th World Urban Forum, or WUF9, in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. Now, the Kedai Rakyat Satu Malaysia, or KRIM 2.0 initiative, will be expanded to private retail outlets nationwide, in line with the government's aim in providing the people with goods at an affordable price. Domestic Trade, Cooperatives and Consumerism Minister KPD NKK Datuk Sri Hamzah Zainuddin said that it is also aimed at helping the traders of these outlets increase their sales at reasonable prices. The expansion is the third phase of KRIM 2.0 after the hypermarket, which involves Tunas Manja Group TMG and the convenience stores through KK Supermart.
Yang boleh bekerjasama dengan kita. Pertama, mereka yang mempunyai kedai-kedai yang kita rasa mempunyai merits untuk kita jadikan smart partnership bersama dengan mereka. Yang keduanya adalah mereka yang mempunyai produk-produk yang berkualiti, boleh diterima oleh semua rakyat.
Datuk Sri Hamzah said the matter is still under discussion, as various aspects should be looked into in a more detailed manner before it is implemented. He spoke in a briefing session of KRIM 2.0 in the nation's capital yesterday. Koperasi Satu Malaysia Berhad aims to have its branches at all of the 222 parliamentary areas nationwide by the year 2020, to provide a wider opportunity for Malaysians to become its members. Now, speaking at the Jalinan Mesra Koperasi Satu Malaysia Berhad dinner event in Kuala Lumpur, its chairman, Dato' Abdul Fattah Abdullah, said that the cooperative is targeting for a total of 500,000 membership.
Koperasi masing-masing ada dasar dan polisi. So, untuk menjadi ahli sesuatu koperasi bukanlah mudah. So, dalam konteks ini, kita mengambil keputusan oleh kerana koperasi ini nama Koperasi Satu Malaysia dan spirit ataupun semangat penubuhan dulu adalah untuk mendukung cita-cita dan inspirasi Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Najib di mana memperkenalkan konsep Satu Malaysia supaya kita dapat gabungkan, satukan rakyat Malaysia dalam satu platform.
Dato' Abdul Fattah, who is also president of Angkatan Koperasi Kebangsaan Malaysia Berhad or Angkasa, said that the target is in line with the government's aim to get half of Malaysians among the adults to become members of the cooperative by 2020. A total of 3.27 billion ringgit were paid to workers involved in accidents at workplace by the Social Security Organisation or SOCSO last year. Human Resources Minister Datuk Sri Richard Riot said that the amount was an increase compared to 2.9 billion ringgit in 2016 and 2.6 billion ringgit in 2015. The accident rates in 2016 were 2.88 cases for 1,000 workers compared to 2.81 cases in 2015, while accidents which caused death were 4.84 cases for 100,000 workers. The manufacturing industry recorded the highest number of accidents, followed by the construction industry. Datuk Sri Richard said if not addressed, such accidents will cause the country to lose many skilled workers and added that productivity rates will decline. He spoke after attending the appreciation and appointment of counsellors for Occupational Safety and Health 2018 to 2021 in Kuala Lumpur. Mobile cellular penetration in Malaysia has reached 131.8%, while smartphone penetration stood at 70% in the third quarter of last year. Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission or MCMC Chairman Tan Sri Dr. Halim Shafee said Malaysia's broadband had been keeping up with the demand from customers, with broadband penetration currently at 84.5%. Tan Sri Dr. Halim said MCMC has been working tirelessly towards achieving broadband ubiquity and high-level smartphone penetration. He said e-payment would be one of the key factors in ensuring the success of Malaysia's vision for the digital economy, adding that the outlook for e-payments was very encouraging. This positive growth can be attributed to pricing and market incentive framework implemented by Bank Negara, as well as the continuous awareness program by the central bank and the banking industry to enhance confidence in the use of internet banking. The text of his speech was read by MCMC Network Security, New Media Monitoring, Compliance and Advocacy Sector Chief Officer Fadillah Suhaimi Abdul Malik at the Malaysia FinTech Expo 2018 in Cyberjaya yesterday. The National Legal Aid Foundation, or YBGK, has handled 846,905 cases since it began operations in 2012 until December last year, now with an average of more than 10,000 cases a month. According to Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Sri Azalina Othman said, owing to this, there was a need to improve YBGK's administrative structure to provide more advisory services and legal aid for criminal cases.
Are we going to do a combination, or are we going to study whether there is a different focus and approach? As of now, there is a separation whereby YBGK focus more for criminal cases sahaja. Whereas Jabatan Bantuan Guaman civil and limited jurisdiction. Maknanya YBGK ni hanya fokus pada jenayah saja.
Speaking at a media conference after opening a seminar and special discussion on the direction of the National Legal Aid Foundation, or YBGK, in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, Datuk Sri Azalina said the seminar was to decide on the direction of YBGK so that it would benefit all quarters, especially the target group. And that concludes this afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, 2 badminton players suspended over match-fixing allegations. Join us again at 7 this evening. I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching and happy Valentine's Day.